Good morning students. Today we are going to discuss about 8th standard computer science chapter 1. Okay, that chapter 1 itself we have to discuss Microsoft Access 2007 database concept. Before we have to know this software. Okay, so this Microsoft Access software is inside of a MS Office. Okay, MS Office is the one of the application software. So that application software inside only we have a different types of softwares. Okay, applications, what are that? So Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Access. Okay, these are all for different applications there in a inside of a Microsoft Office. In our lesson, in our book given for Microsoft Access 2007 database concept. Okay, database means what purpose we are using database. Database is a collection of information. It will be used to store and maintain our data and information in a table. Okay, that is the main purpose of we using database. Okay, one by one we have to discuss, as well as we have to discuss a main concept of database, what purpose we are using database, and then how to create a table. Okay, then how to we maintain our tables in a database itself. That everything we have to discuss in this chapter 1 itself. Okay, one by one we have to listen. Okay, first one, what is database? Okay, database is a collection of information that is used to organized in a easy way to access, managed and updated in a database itself. Okay, database is a collection of information. That information everything will be accessed, okay, managed and update whenever we need. That time we have to update that data also in database itself. That data everything will be maintained in a table. Okay, that data everything will be maintained in a table itself. Okay, next one, database means we understand. Next one, what is a relational database? Okay, yeah, relational database is a database system. Okay, it is used to maintain the more than one of the database tables. Okay, so it is used to maintain the more than one of the databases tables. Okay, what is the meaning of that? Means relational database means we giving the relation between one table to another table. We have to give more relationship between a one table to another table. That means in database, one database itself, we have to create a multiple tables. Okay, our data and informations, everything maintained in a table itself only. Okay, none other than we have to maintain all the details in a table itself only. We have to enter all the data in a table itself only. So that data everything will be stored in a table inside of a database. Okay, so then after the data are maintained in a rows and column wise. Okay, so these tables are everything stored in a inside of a database, not only for one table. Okay, one databases itself we have to store multiple tables. For example, 10 tables or 15 tables or 16 tables. Tables means what, sir? Any example we have? Yeah, we have examples. Next slide we will see. Okay, what is the tables, how to create the tables, everything we have to see one by one. Okay, in the set of data arranged in rows and columns is a table. Okay, table means must row and column is there. Okay, that row and column why we are putting? So only for maintaining our data. Okay, arranging a set of the data. That purpose only we are creating a table in rows and column wise. We have to maintain our data and informations. Okay, so each table have some informations, some data. We have to enter the data to maintain in a database itself. Okay, next one, understanding the relational database. So understanding the relational database. Bank, okay, they have to take a bank maintenance. Okay, how they are maintaining a bank database. Okay, how they are maintaining a bank database in a MS Access itself, Microsoft Access itself. So bank means must customer table one is there, account table is there. Customer means what? We are only the customer. Okay, bank customer abdina we are only. Okay, account table means, so account means in bank itself they have to provide a account details. For example, account number, customer ID, okay, name, and then savings or salary accounts, like that. Okay, that is account table. Customer table means our details. Okay, our name, customer ID, then after our date of birth, our informations, everything will be mentioned in a customer table itself. And then another one is the account table. Okay, here two tables I have to create. Okay, so two tables I have to create. First table is the customer table, another one is the account table. Okay, these two tables we have to maintain in a bank. Okay, so how they are creating, how they are maintaining that bank details in a database itself, we have to see one by one. First one is the customer table. So customer table means, see here, this is the customer table. The customer table itself, we have a 6 column and 4 rows. Okay, we have a 6 columns and 4 rows. Okay, you have to count, okay, one by one. So how many columns are there and how many rows? Okay, numbers are there. How many rows means numbers, how many numbers are there? 1000, 1000, 2, 3, 4. Okay, only for 4 numbers are there, so that's why I counted only for that rows only. Okay, so totally 6 columns and 4 rows. Okay, so column itself, what are the names are there? Customer ID, okay, name, address, city, state, zip. Okay, these are all for, okay, these details, these data are maintained in a column itself. Customer IDs, separately everyone have a customer ID. Okay, in customer table itself we have to maintain these details. Okay, customer ID in the customer ID na bank, name of the person, okay, customer oda name. Okay, next one address. Okay, next one city, okay, which city for that customer, state, okay, which state, then after zip. Okay, these are all for we have to maintain in a column itself. Then after databases, okay, in the second row itself they have to maintain customer ID means number, we have to type only for the numbers. Name means definitely character only. Okay, address means what it is, the database data types we have to see. Okay, data types we will see next slide. Okay, so before we have to know how many columns are there in a customer table, how many rows are there in a customer table, how they are entered the details and maintained in a table itself. Okay, how do they are maintain a database. Okay, that information only you have to know this table itself. Okay, this is the customer table, we have to make our table like that only. Okay, so next one account table. Okay, account table itself also we have a 5 column. Okay, so here 7 rows are there. Okay, 5 columns and 7 rows. Column itself customer ID, account number, account type, date opened, balance. Okay, this is for account table. Customer table means customer ID is there. Okay, so name of the customer, address of the customer, city of the customer, state of the customer, and zip of the customer. Okay, so like that account means customer ID. Okay, same for account ID and customer ID, nothing is more different. Okay, always account ID, account itself we have a one customer ID only they have to create. Okay, they have to maintain both side, customer table itself also they have to use a same ID, and account table itself also they have to use a same customer ID. Okay, so how they are relating, okay, how they are giving a relations to the one table to another table. Okay, we will see. Okay, here 5 columns is there and 7 rows are there. Okay, this is the account table. Okay, we have to create these two tables in a Microsoft Access itself and maintain all the data and information in rows and columns wise. Okay, next data types. Okay, data types, we have a different types of data types. Okay, what are that? Text, character. Okay, so there itself in table itself we mentioned text. Okay, that is character. Memo. Okay, that is also address oriented. Okay, address means we have to type one or two lines. Okay, or lengthy line will come. Okay, we have to give a memo. Okay, numbers. Okay, numbers we have byte, integer, long integer, single, double, like that we have types of numbers. Okay, date and time, only we have to mention date and time, this data types itself. Next, currency, amount. Then next one, auto number, that is also integer value. And then yes or no type. Okay, yes or no data types. That yes or no data types itself we have three. Okay, true or false, yes or no, or 1 or 0, like that. Next one, OLE objects, hyperlink, lookup, wizard. Okay, so these are all for the data types. How we are using these data types? Okay, customer ID means definitely that value for integer only, correct? So we have to mention customer ID in down itself, the data type what it is, text or customer ID in down itself, number. Okay, so number only we have to enter for that column itself. Okay, customer ID means definitely we have to enter only for the number. So number means that is the data type, number is the data type. Account number also we have to enter number only. Okay, so that is the data type. Okay, number is the data type. Second line you have to see. Okay, first line for a account column name. Okay, account table column name. Second line we have to mention a data type. Okay, customer ID means integer value only we have to type, so number is the data type. Account number also integer value only we have to type, so another data type what it is, number. Next one, account type. Okay, so account type என்ன பண்ணும், current account கொடுப்போம், savings account கொடுப்போம். So another data type what it is, character. Date opened. Okay, date அப்படின்னா date and time. Okay, as separate database data type is there, so we have to mention that date and time data types. Balance அப்படின்னா so currency is the data types of balance. Okay, so this is the way to we have to mention a data types. Okay, field name என்ன, அதனுடைய data types என்ன, so இதெல்லாம் வந்து நம்ம create பண்ணணும். Okay, next வந்து primary key means what it is. Okay, each table. Okay, we created two tables, customer table and account table. Each table we have a primary key, any one column. Okay, any one field we must create a primary key. Okay, which field you have to select, that's your wish. Okay, account number இருக்கலாம், or customer ID இருக்கலாம், இல்ல உங்களோட நேமா கூட இருக்கலாம், whatever it is. Okay, must each table. Okay, customer table itself we have to create a one primary key. Account table itself must we have to create a one primary key. Like that we have to create a more tables and must we have to create a primary key also. Okay, this is very important one. Primary key is a must we have to create in a one table itself, that is a special column. Okay, that is called as a special column in a table. Okay, எந்த காலத்தில் வந்து நீ primary key set பண்ணுறியோ that is the special column of the table. Okay, so what purpose we have to creating that primary key? Okay, that primary key is used to uniquely identifies the rows or records in the table. Okay, primary key எதுக்காக யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம், uniquely identify the rows or records in the table. Okay, that is called a primary key. Okay, that primary key values must be in a integer value. Okay, some values would be there in a that rows and records itself. Okay, never enter any duplicate values. Okay, as well as primary key is not accept any duplicate values. Values in a key columns may never be duplicated. Okay, in primary key column itself must we have to enter something in a each rows and each column. Okay, so don't put null value, okay, 0 or empty, okay, like that don't leave it. Okay, must we have to enter some values for the primary key column. Okay, that's why they are saying the primary key we have to set for one column means that column fully we have to fill. Okay, don't give any empty box or empty field. Okay, so next one, this before table, okay, in the above tables, customer table and account table. Okay, that customer id is the primary key of customer table. Okay, customer table itself primary key எது அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா customer id. customer id தான் என்னது அங்க primary key. Okay, customer table. Next one, account table, which one is the primary key? Account number. They have to give an account number. Okay, each table, customer table la வந்து customer id வந்து primary key. Okay, that column is the primary key. Next one, account table itself, account number is the primary key. Okay, so next, relationship between the two tables. Here how they are relating two tables in a database itself. You have to see customer table, that is different, account table, that is different. We have to maintain data also different only. Okay, maximum difference is there. But customer id, you have to see customer table itself customer id and account table itself customer id. This both same only. Okay, this both is same only. Okay, customer id in a customer table, customer id in a account table, this both is same. Correct. But primary key எதுல செட் பண்ணிருக்கோம்? customer table la customer id, but account table la which one is the primary key? Account number one is the primary key. How we, okay, that is a not a problem, but our relationship we have to give means, so any one field same in a customer table and account table. Okay, here same for customer id. Okay, customer id and customer id, okay, both is same. Okay, both column is same. So we have to give a relationship between one table to another table. So customer table to account table we have to giving relationship. How we have to giving relationship? With the customer id, that column wise we have to giving the relationship. I have to change anything for a customer id itself means that number will be automatically updated to account table also. I will change anything for account table customer id itself means that information, that updation will be moving to the customer table itself. Okay, so anything you have to change in this table itself means customer id itself means that changes will be appear in the account table also. Okay, that is the relationship between one table to another table. So ஒரு table நீ changes பண்ணாலும் ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக அந்த கஸ்டமர் ஐடி நம்பர் பார்க்கும். ஸோ சேம் நெக்ஸ்ட் டேபிள்லையும் அதே கஸ்டமர் ஐடி நம்பர் இருந்தது அப்படின்னா இட் வில் பி சேஞ்சிங் த இன்ஃபர்மேஷன்ஸ், சேஞ்சிங் த டேட்டாஸ். ஓகே, நெக்ஸ்ட் structure query language. What is mean by structure query language? Okay, store the data maintaining in some programming languages, that is called a structure query language. Okay, our store data everything maintained in a one programming language, that is called as a structure query language or SQL. Okay, SQL. Okay, structure query language. Okay, this SQL is used to perform some operations. What are that? Insert the table, select a table, update a table and delete a table. Okay, this programming language used to perform some different operations. We maintain all the data in a table itself. Okay, sometimes we have to insert a extra tables in a customer table itself, account table itself. Okay, not only for 5 customer, not only for 5 account table. Okay, so we have to create a more customer in a bank, so we have to insert more table. Okay, so table itself we have to insert more rows, more columns. Okay, that everything is possible in this programming language itself, that is called a structured query language or SQL. Okay, so that SQL itself we have to perform some operations: insert, select, update and delete. Okay, these are all possible in a structured query language, programming language. Okay, this one is a special, commonly we have to use in a database language, RDBMS. Okay, Relational Database Management System. Okay, commonly we are using in programming language. This database is only we are using, okay, in programming language. Okay, MS Access is the that relational database management system. Okay, structured query language. Okay, but MS Access we have to know means definitely we have to learn structured query languages also. Okay, so this is the basics one. Okay, Microsoft Access is the basics one to maintain our data and informations. What is Microsoft Access 2007? Okay, Microsoft Access na enna? What is the main purpose to we have to create that Microsoft Access? Already I told you. Okay, we have to order the data. Okay, we have to maintain the data. We have to search the data and report, making the report. Okay, large amount of reports we have to make, that everything we have to maintain in a Microsoft Access itself. Okay, and then database means what it is: we have to store and edit, we have to format the informations, update the information. Okay, whenever we need, we have to organize and maintain, update the data. Okay, we have to set the data. Everything is possible in a database itself. Okay, so we have some common types of databases. What are that? Flat file and relational. Okay, flat file means what it is: so that flat file is contains all the data in a single table. Okay, flat file means what it is: only one table, that one table itself they have to maintain all the details. Okay, but relational, okay, we have multiple tables but connecting with one or more than one tables. Okay, connecting with more than one tables. Relational means, that is the meaning of relational. Okay, relational database store the data in multiple tables, but on a flat file means store all the data in a one table itself. Relational means we got to store data in a multiple tables. That is the difference between flat file and relational. This is the common types of databases. Okay, next one, access objects. Four main objects are there in MS Access. Okay, this database concept itself, we have a four common main objects. Okay, what are that? Tables. First one, tables. That one only we are learning now. Okay, next chapter itself we got to learn briefly. Tables means what, how to create that everything. Tables means what it is: collection of data. Okay, we have to maintain all the data in rows and column wise. Okay, forms means what it is: we have to enter. Okay, we have to enter the data easily. Queries means what it is: we have to view, change and analyze data in the different method. Okay, so queries means we have to view that data and change that data with the query. Okay, query means coding, we have to say coding. Okay, or program, like that we have to say. Next one, report. Okay, report means rank card. Okay, report card. Okay, so that report is what it is: what are the data we stored in a table itself, we have to get all the data in one by one report. Okay, all the data and all the information will be stored in a row and column wise. Everything will be displaying and taking printout in a report and viewing one by one. Okay, that is called a reports. Okay, so all data. Okay, what are the data you are maintaining in a database, that everything you have to see in a monitor itself and taking printout to, we have to see that everything, that is called a reports. Next one, access database objects. Table means what it is? Contains rows called records. Okay, tables la rows na enna appadina records nu solranga. Column means fields. Okay, already I told you. Row means records, column means field. Queries what it is? It is used to specify the information in a database. Request for specific information from a database. This is used to SQL queries. Okay, SQL programming statements. Okay, so we have to see one by one and chapter wise. Okay, chapter 1 itself basic concept of MS Access. Second chapter itself table. Third chapter is itself forms, and next queries, and then finally reports. Okay, one each chapter we have to one modules we have to discuss one by one. Next one, forms means what? That is a user interface module. Okay, that user interface module itself we have to enter, we have to edit, we have to modify, that everything possible to do in a forms itself. Okay, this next one is a finally report. Already I told you. Okay, so it is allowed to create a hard copies and soft copies. Okay, report one by one ஒவ்வொரு ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டுக்கும் ரேங்க் கார்டுக்கு நம்மளுக்கு எப்படி வருதோ அது மாதிரி டேட்டாபேஸில் ஸ்டோர் பண்ணுறது எல்லாத்தையும் நம்ம என்ன பண்ணலாம், ஒன் பை ஒன்னாக வியூ பண்ணி டிஸ்பிளே பண்ணி பார்க்கலாம் அண்டு ரிப்போர்ட் பிரிண்ட் அவுட் எடுத்தும் பார்க்கலாம். Okay, so these 4 topics only mainly we are going to discuss in this chapter. Okay, our lessons. Okay, first one is what it is, tables. Next one is the forms, and then what is the queries and reports. Okay, these 4 topics only for next chapters. Okay, one by one we have to discuss. Next one, these data types already we discussed. Next one, how to create a database. Go for start, all programs. There itself my MS Office, Microsoft Office. There itself inside of that Microsoft Access 2007. Okay, so then after next page will be open. There itself we have to click a blank database. Okay, here itself we have to click a blank database. Give a database name from right hand side. Okay, they have to ask a database name. You have to type that file name and click create. Okay, your page will be opened. Okay, next one is the we have to, after opening our database, your page will be opening like that only. Okay, here only we are going to maintain our tables. Okay, here only we are going to create our field name and database. Okay, this is the field. Okay, create a database. Same continue to we have to see. Okay, each column. Okay, customer ID, name. Okay, then after customer state, city, village. Okay, zip. Okay, that everything we have to maintain and enter the data in here itself only. Okay, enter the data and maintain this field itself only. Okay, so maybe you have to see this. Afterwards we have to see a practical session. Okay, next one, this is the entering data. Okay, before diagram itself nothing will be there, but next this diagram itself we have to enter some datas. Next one, the access user interface. Okay, so here itself what are the icons? Okay, what are the toolbars are there in a title bar itself. Okay, in that MS Access database itself. Okay, home tab means what it is, and then create tab means what it is, external data tab means what it is. Okay, database tools tab means what it is, design tab what purpose we are using. Okay, so that everything they are given one by one. Okay, home tab means what it is, we have to changing the font. Okay, performing some queries, cut, copy, paste. Okay, that everything we have to do in a home tab itself. Next one is the create tab. Okay, create tab is used to creating tables, forms, reports. Okay, that everything we have to do in a create tab itself. Next one is the external data tab. Okay, it is used to loading data from the other data source. Okay, so it will be loading the data from the other data source. Okay, next one is the database tools tab. Okay, this tools tab is controls for managing database locations, security, okay, switch log, that everything. Okay, security purpose they have to use in a database tools tab. Okay, next one is the design tab. Okay, this design tab is used to designing a new table, forms, reports, like that. Okay, thank you students. Okay, today we discussed our first chapter. Okay, so you have to listen this video, maybe you understand clearly. Okay, next chapter we have to say how to create a table, and then after how to use the tables in a system itself. Okay, so thank you students, have a nice day.